Hey guys, welcome to Crowned Conversations. I am your girl, Chanel Milborn, and on today's show, I have my girl. Did y'all hear me? My girl. My girl, Mystique St. Hill, and I am so excited that she is here. So let's get into it.
Thank you for having
Hey,
me.
girl, hey.
Hey. Oh my goodness. What's it?
I know, I was like, I gotta get Mystique on my first episode.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I know you are booked and busy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it, but not no anytime, no trust me.
Yeah.
I will make time for you.
Yes,
No
I'm
matter
so
what.
glad. I'm so glad. So I want to just pick your brain on DSP ownership, and kind of how you guys came about it and kind of got into it.
Yeah.
So for everyone, Mystique and her husband are DSPs, which is the delivery service partners with Amazon. And so she's gonna kind of tell us a little bit about how that has impacted her life and her family's life, and kind of what is she doing now. So before you guys even said we're gonna be DSPs,
Yeah.
what were y'all doing?
Dane and I came from oil. We worked at a company called Pioneer, Midland, Texas. Dane was actually on the fracking side, and I was more on the production side.
Okay.
Dane had been there for about 4 or 5 years. He's always been in oil for like the past 10 years before I met him.
Okay.
But for the most recent years, at that time was like he had already been at that company for about 5 years.
Oh.
Long story short, he actually was introduced to the concept of the Amazon DSP life at lunch. There was a guy, he tells the story all the time. There was a guy that was sitting there speaking about a program that Amazon had coming out, where they'll let you do interviews and you can own your own trucks and you can do all these things, and Amazon provide everything for you. And so the man that I married is very resilient.
Yes.
And I just recently had our twins.
Okay.
And we had just closed on our house back here in Houston.
Uh-huh.
And that was in 2019.
Okay.
Dane came to me and was like, yo, Mystique, there's a thing going on that Amazon's doing and I want to try to do it.
Yeah.
Me just having kids, we just closed on this brand new house. I'm like,
I don't
life
know.
was good. Yeah, life was good at the time. Why would
Yeah.
we want to mess this up?
Right.
And so, my man.
Period.
I'm gonna follow behind. Of course, I'm gonna give you a headache about it because I want to make sure I ask you the questions that need to be the hard ones, the ones that you don't have the answers to, so we can understand and plan this thing out.
Yeah.
Long story short, my resilient husband actually applied for the program about 4 times. The last time he ended up getting into it, and so I believe March 9th, 2019, he came to me about the program. He went out for it back to back in July of 2019. Last part of July, he ended up getting in. August of 2019, ended up getting in. Our go live was October 30th.
Wow.
So ever since 2019, since October 30th was go live of 2019, we have now are getting ready to be our 5-year anniversary
5 years.
in the Amazon
Nice.
DSP program.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Okay. And so now we're 5 years in.
Yes.
And so now, what would you say? Would you say this is life-changing? Do you say this has elevated you as the woman behind the man? What has it opened more opportunity? Or let's talk about what opportunities has it opened for you, Mystique?
Let's see. Of course, I would say it is a life-changing opportunity.
Yeah.
Prior, not to get all the way into it, but financially, it's a blessing.
Right.
I've never seen this before in my life. And me, I'm just very eager. And so with that, I've always been who I am, just by nature. So I always said, coming into 2020, we're about a year in and COVID had happened. I always said, we're blessed to be a blessing to others. So if we ever get the opportunity, just give back.
Yeah.
So the opportunity has been given to me and given to the family itself. I was able to create the St. Hill Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization based here in Houston. We impact primarily, we are business partners with the A-Leaf Community Independent School District here. So every year we do our Thanksgiving drive. Every year we do our backpack drive with the Amazon DSP family.
Yes.
Let's see. I've been able to elevate in a way personally, spiritually, emotionally. We're able to actually be a blessing to our church home.
Yes.
I would say it opened up a lot of more opportunities for other business opportunities.
Right.
We're able to put finances in other places and spectrums that we didn't think we could do at the time on the scale that we're doing it now. So Dane is into stocks and options. So now a lot of our money is invested in that. I was also able to come up with the Luxor Hill Enterprises, where I control our real estate portfolio, our construction portfolio, and as well as a lot of our fitness portfolios. Yes. At one point we were going to do a gym. Yes, yes. But that's what we're able to do with that. And I say to that, God makes no mistakes. Yeah. I take every opportunity that we get. Yeah. But it has opened up many doors. Many doors. I cannot. And some of them are good doors. Some of them are like more of philanthropic doors, and others are entertainment doors. I like to sit courtside on the Rockets.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Oh my gosh. Just to be a little vain. Yes. I like driving my cars. Yeah. I like my name brand. Anybody that know me, so yeah.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. And so we know that it's life changing, right? But how does it affect you, like, as a mom? Do you feel like you're stretched thin now? Do you feel like it has made you be able to get in the car right in line? Because maybe before you had to clock in 9 to 5 and you couldn't, but now you're like, I can sit in the car right in line and
for a whole hour.
Yeah.
Before school get out.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I would say this: the life that this comes with, I compare it to, and I tell all my girlfriends this, I compare this DSP life to having a life similar to maybe a NFL player or an NBA player.
Okay.
Because at points, even when starting the company, New Deal Logistics itself, there was time that you do feel alone. You have to hold your fort down. You have to hold the kids down. You have to hold the house down. Yeah. When we first started, I think Dane was gone 23 hours a day. We only were 4 hours. It was like crazy. Yes. We'll wake up on the eat or drink 4 hours, sleep 4 hours in a day, and we're up back at it. And so you do feel a lot of pressure. Yeah. Because now your world goes from being, okay, I go to work from this time to this time, I'm off. So now I'm setting this time to this time. So where now you are a co-owner, a business partner. So you're either there at the warehouse dealing with 185 employees, which we have. Yes. And the families that come with that, you're responsible for that. Not only that responsibility, you're responsible for your own children's right, your own family. So you do feel at the beginning, you do feel tired. You feel overwhelmed. There was times in Dane and I's marriage, this ain't gonna last because it will test you. Yeah. And so a lot of people don't understand the life. And that's why I always compare it to being not so much single, but you are a wife. Yeah. You may not be a basketball player's wife. May not be, but you're an entrepreneur's wife. Right. And so with that, an actual entrepreneur, with that comes a lot of responsibility. You do feel left alone a lot of times. A lot of times holidays are a little different. Yes. These are things that I've experienced personally. Yeah. There's a lot of times to where, you do feel alone. But it brings you closer. Yeah. Once you get over that hurdle in our situation, by the grace of God, once you get over that hurdle and you understand that I'm really not a traditional wife or mother. I don't think any of us in the DSP world is. Right. We work alongside of our husbands. We do it and probably do more. They work on that side, work on this side. I think with the situation with us is once we got over that hurdle, and I understood that we might not have roles per se, right? But we understand each other's strengths. Yeah. Sometimes, he is the CEO over there. Right. I'm the CEO of the house. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. We here, but so we have our roles that we play. Right. And once we do them right and we do them correctly, everything works well. Yeah. It gives, and I find content in that because I know if I'm doing what I need to do on this side, I know that side is taken care of. It's
good.
easier for him to not worry about, okay, the house, the kids. That you can now focus on the things, the aspects that actually need to go on and take place to provide us with the life that we have, you know. And then again, so I always make sure, you know, he is the head, I'm the neck. The neck moves the head.
Right.
But
don't forget
that. But, you know, we appreciate each other's, you know, strengths.
Yes.
And so it took a while because I'm very headstrong.
Okay.
You know, and I want to do it, you know, very alpha.
Yes.
And you don't give that up.
Yeah.
You just start putting your energy into other things.
Yeah.
It's all the things I named, the foundation, the enterprises, the real estate, the construction, the contracting, things like that.
Okay. I love that. And I definitely agree. We definitely are the CEOs of the house. Right. And because I know a lot of times, even for my husband, he's like, did such stuff? Yeah, that appointment was yesterday.
Yes,
yeah, like you know, you forgot. Yeah, it was yesterday. We did that.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the cookies. Oh man, I got cookies
I
last
got
week.
I got this, sir. I am not your employee.
Right.
Okay,
don't get it twisted.
Okay, yes, I got this over here.
Yes, girl.
I love that. Yes, it is like that. I'm telling you,
it is. And then I also want to talk to you too about Amazon and like, I guess what I want to say is, do you feel like Amazon is just helping everyday people? Like, how would you say, like, if somebody was like, well, Mystique, do you think this is something I should get into? Do you think this is something that would work for me? Like, what would you say Amazon is looking for when they're bringing these people into the program?
Yeah, so the principles, the values have not changed.
Yeah.
If you're in Amazon work, regardless of where you work at, in the warehouse, you're a DSP side, wherever, a driver, you already know there's 14 Amazon principles. Yeah. And those we never away from. Somebody with grit, somebody with hustle, determination. They understand that working with small is better.
Yeah.
Somebody that has the tenacity to not give up, because you're not going to have high days all the time.
Right.
You always, and in our Amazon community as a DSP, everybody knows every day is day one.
Yes.
Meaning it changes
all the time.
So you have to be able to go from what we do today.
Yeah.
It's totally different and thrown out the window the next day.
That's true.
So if you have the tenacity, the endurance, the strength, the hustle, the grit, the understanding, the concepts of what this life has and has to offer and brings, I think that's what Amazon is looking for. And just have a background. I'm not saying that you don't need a degree. You don't need a background in entrepreneurship. They don't. That's out the window.
Right.
Because that doesn't take away life's experiences and what you have gravitated to in your life and what has made you as who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So if you show any one of those things and you show that you're an understanding, you have an understanding attitude, and again, like they always tell you, this is a partnership.
Yeah.
So you have to be willing to work in partnership.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
With Amazon, with these things, because a lot of times you're not going to agree on things.
Yeah.
And we've been there, done it. We've been 5 years in the game.
Yes.
We've been there, done that. But we understand once you develop the concept of partnership and that this is not a grab all, take all thing, and you start working within your purpose, within your mission statement, within your company and how you run it, those are the things, the values that Amazon will really look out for. And those are the things that will propel you once you're in the program to different heights to see some things Amazon has to offer an individual company.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in getting into it, definitely the opportunity's there. Hold those principles and values. Be true to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you just know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Know what you're doing and know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
One thing I do say to a lot of people that I can tell you all it is. I can give you the recipe, but baby, how you cook it.
Right.
It's going to be on you. It ain't going to taste the same as mine. But I'm going to tell you what you need.
Yeah.
But if it don't taste, my gumbo a little different from your gumbo. Okay, see, I'm from the South. From South. So, you'll sprinkle a paprika in there.
Yes.
But how you do it. So I always tell everybody, go for it.
Yes.
And I also tell people when they do these things, because I do have a little problem with a lot of people thinking that they can do what you do.
Yeah.
Firm believer in what God has for you is for you.
Yeah.
So no matter if I give it to you, no matter if you want to do it, if it's not for you, it's just not for you.
Period. Yep.
And don't get mad.
Yeah.
Because Jesus.
Yes. Yeah. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Yeah. And I like to say to people, don't let me tell you no. Let them tell you no.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If this is something you want to try it. And you just said your husband went what, 4 times?
4 times.
So hey, if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. this is what I really want to know. Like,
Okay.
I want to know,
Let's go.
like, a day in your life. Like, what do you do on a daily basis? And I want you to tell me, like, what you do. Walk me through that.
Okay.
But then I also want you to tell me, like, how you decompress, because I know you have a lot going on. And you're a mom, you're a business owner. You do all the things.
Yes.
I know you in that pickup line, and I say that because, girl, I know that pickup line is so bad. Girl.
I'm in there for an hour before school.
Do you get there an hour before? I didn't know you got
Yes,
there
only
early.
because if you're not there an hour before school lets out, you're like far about a mile and some change back. And so I kind of like, and if you have children like mine, my 5-year-old twin boys will be like, "Oh, it took you so long." If you ever seen that meme, excuse me.
Yeah. So they be like, "Mommy, what is going on?"
So it's like, you know what? Let me keep the peace.
Yes.
And they're boys, so they're like, "Oh God."
Right.
Twin boys to be exact. Oh my gosh, every bit of 5. So but no, yeah, girl. Let's see. The day in the life of Mystique.
Yes, please.
How about this? Go back to when I just spoke to you about it can get challenging, and lines will get blurred a little bit on what your roles are in this life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So day in life for me will start probably around 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are still asleep, but I'm getting myself ready. So
Okay.
I'm probably preparing lunches,
Mm-hmm.
making sure doing morning cleaning.
Yeah.
I like to do that.
Okay.
Even though I clean at night, I ain't leaving no dirty kitchen.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Morning cleaning. I'm also preparing the boys' stuff to get them started for the day. And usually I don't drink coffee, but I do like tea.
Okay.
So I'm making some tea, and then I plop back in the bed. Around 6:30 though, Dane is already moving and shaking.
Okay.
He's up at like 3.
Yes.
So he's just going.
Uh-huh.
Around 6:30, I then get up again. I go upstairs, get the boys up. They start brushing their teeth, washing their faces, watch a little TV. I make breakfast. After that, I'm probably on my phone. I have 2 phones.
Okay. Period.
I'm checking emails, going over the day, going over my schedule if I have any showings for homes. Being a luxury realtor here in Houston, one of the top, top luxury real estate in Houston. I'm checking real estate. I'm thinking closings. Also with that, I do a lot of the compliance. Behind the scenes compliance things for the company.
Okay.
So while Dane is day to day and he does take care of the logistics during the day, which is very important.
Yes.
It's like, okay, the paperwork, the taxes we take care of, talking to the accountant, making sure Amazon's, compliance is done. We do audits. They do, girl. Them yearly audits that come.
Is crazy.
Oh, my Lordy. Yearly audits and the quarterly audits on healthcare. Making sure child support stuff go in, medical insurance, 401ks, these are all of our responsibilities as an entrepreneur. Right. It's not as glitzy and glamsy as you think. Once that's done, I'm on the phone doing that around 7:30, 7:35. I'm taking the kids. I do want to say the boys actually just started riding the bus by their request.
Really?
So it does take a little stress off me leaving the house and sitting in that line for them to get dropped off.
Okay.
So we have done that. Once that's done, if I do go to the warehouse that day, which I kind of pop up every now and then, it used to be a lot. I used to be there
all the time. Yes.
It's focusing on the day-to-day, greeting our employees. We have 185 employees.
Yes.
But of course, we run these routes. And so about half of them come in throughout the day, every other, day based on schedule. Making sure everybody's good. My husband, again, makes sure the day-to-day operations run. So he's really pretty much in tactical with that. I'm just there doing the first lady thing.
Yeah.
And if they need help, it's the first lady thing. You want some breakfast? Feeding the employees, going over if they have any issues with their pay.
Yeah.
Once that's over with, I leave there. I'm probably at the grocery store. Or if I'm not ordering groceries, getting ready for dinner for that day. Because the boys, as quick as I drop them off, they get out of school like 4 hours later, 5 hours later. So drop off, then pick up. Pick up is around 3:20.
Okay.
And
they are what, preschool?
They're kindergarten.
Oh,
so this is their first time in big school.
Yes.
Yeah. So they love big school. The only difference is this year is that they're now separated in separate schools because the twins have never been apart. So, but their classroom is like this way.
Right. But
I like it because now they have their own identity. Yeah. They like it. They all right. They see each other.
They say big school.
Yeah, they big school. Let's see. Once that goes on, I have house showings.
Okay.
I'm also creating my own content. I have my team. Shout out to Ryan.
Hey.
Concept Studios. Ryan is always glamming me up, getting my outfits together. I take about a few hours for those.
Okay.
My girl Danielle does my makeup,
Yes.
everything.
Okay.
Tasha my hair, and Ryan my hair, whatever. All of them do it.
Yes.
So I'm doing content pretty much that whole day if it's a content shoot day.
Okay.
Showing houses, dealing with clients on a day-to-day basis. Once that's done, I make sure I have made it to where my schedule is so compact that I need to be done by 2:15, or actually I need to be done by 1:30. So getting up from like 5:30, 6 o'clock to now compacting everything I need to do with the business, New Deal Logistics, New Deal Investments, Lux Oil Enterprises, which holds the real estate and the contracting. I have to make sure I'm done by 1 o'clock to get on to the other side of town because we stay in Katy.
Yes.
And be in this line at 2:15 just to wait for them to get out at 3:20.
Oh my God.
Of course, in the line, I'm doing work at the same time.
Right.
Once that's done, we're off home. Dinner.
Yeah.
And by 6:30, the boys are on a tight schedule. And my house is and it has to be like that. It's been like that ever since the boys was born. If I don't have structure in the house, I know my world goes to
Right.
So by 6:30, they're now telling you we're going to be late for bath.
Right.
So 6:30 is bath. About 7:15, they will tell you it's book reading.
Right.
And about 7:30, they're relaxing. They've already eaten. They're relaxing in bed. And they go to bed around 8 o'clock.
Okay.
They put themselves to sleep.
Okay.
After that, Dane is probably downstairs watching the game.
Okay.
How exciting! You have an off time. Right. You have off.
They do.
I'm cleaning up, making sure the day-to-day goes. Yes. Finally, I get to relax for myself. And even in bed, I'm still doing amendments to contractors. Yeah. I'm always doing something. There's always a report that needs to be pulled out of ADP.
Yes.
It's always something that I get a text message from him, the room. Get a screenshot. Can you do this for me? Yeah, I can do that. No problem. And then I hate to say it, but I think it's the mom thing or just the woman thing. In regards to decompression, if it's a weekly, daily thing, I am very guilty of actually staying up all times of night and then regretting it in the morning because that's my only time to watch TV
or something. Yes.
Because as moms, our mind is still going. Yeah. As women, period, our mind is still going.
Right.
I think the scientific data shows that with women, our minds when we're sleeping, our brain is still functioning at 90% versus a male, their brain is only functioning at 10% when sleeping. Yeah. So we're always going. That's when you always have thoughts. You're waking up wondering, where's my birth certificate? Yeah, right. Like, you're at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just the woman's psychology. Yes. So I think that's where my regret comes from. Right. With decompression. Yeah. What Dane and I actually try to do, and we were very guilty of this, is because I told you that this life is very crazy. Yeah. It can take you from up and down. It can make you question some things, Yeah. It makes you change a little different personality-wise. Yeah. They say people's personality changes every 7 years. I think with this type of situation that we're in, again, I compare it to being a lifestyle of a basketball player, a football player. This is a DSP life. Yes. It is a lifestyle. And so it makes you change psychologically and mentally. Yeah. And sometimes it'll get you in the worst way. Sometimes it'll get you in the best way. So what we've started to do, and at one point we didn't have any time for ourselves. Yeah. So we drifted apart. Wow. We did. And now we're slowly learning to come back. Yeah. So what we have done with each other is maybe every weekend we'll go out and decompress. We'll go have a nice dinner. I do love my dinners. Right. During the week we'll do that. We try to have a date night. Yeah. We're working towards 2 times a week, excuse me. Just something simple. Yeah. The boys are asleep, babysitter, nanny. Yeah. We're gone. Yeah. Weekends are good, just to decompress. My husband, we like to have a good time, adventurous. And then we're starting to do trips once a month. Okay. I think we didn't do any vacations for a long time. Years. Yes. Yeah. Years. And so when we do vacations, they're big. Yeah. They're big and I enjoy them. Yeah. He's one of the ones who'll do it every once a month, do a weekend. I can't go to Spain in a weekend. You know what I mean? But he's one of them. We gotta be back. So I'm just trying to, we're trying to figure out how do we make that work there. And of course with this life, we can work everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. But it's something about, I guess, just being there. Dane loves to be there. Yeah. And I do too. I like to put my hands on things. Yes. So those are some of the ways we decompress, especially with my daily day-to-day. Yeah. Dane already has it enough of his, but with mine, it's just like that. So mine is compact into making sure 4 other people in the house are taken care of.
Right.
And make sure everything is streamlined.
Yeah.
So those are some of the things I do. I've gotten into Pilates.
Nice.
You know, just doing something during the day.
Yes.
I made it a point to do the spa once a month.
Yes.
I think we just had the DSP conference. I went to the spa in Vegas.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to have a spa day.
Self-care.
I'm starting to learn it because I'm realizing as I'm getting older,
Yeah,
that saying is true. If you know, and you have that mom guilt, if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of others around you?
True.
And so I did start giving myself a little foggy of a brain after a while, and you start getting really agitated because you're working for everybody else, right? And you're just being like, whatever.
Yeah.
And you realize you're angry at people for no reason. It's like, the sky is blue.
Yes.
Like, okay, the sky. But you realize, so I'm learning to do away with the mom guilt, realizing the children are getting older. They're okay.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
And start just doing things for yourself. So there's a lot of things I'm going to get into, excuse me, a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But those are my things.
Those are your things. I love that. I love that.
Excuse me, guys.
I love that. I love the self-care piece. But I know those vacations because, listen, I peeped that Disney trip. And I was like, who is going on the Disney trip, a VIP Disney trip? Like, girl, I didn't even know that existed. But
Right.
How to go to Disney VIP. Like,
so, okay, it was the boys' first time at Disney. And me, yes. When I told you about this lifestyle, it's very life-changing. We always ride first class. Now we always ride first class.
We always going first class.
So that means everybody goes first class.
Right.
It was a boy's first time. So, of course, he has first class. There was this thing. So, no, we were talking earlier about TikTok. I found it off TikTok.
Okay.
So, they have this thing called the Plaid, the VIP experience. So, we had a Plaid. So, we didn't do, everybody was like, oh, it's the fast lightning. No.
Yes.
I didn't wait in line. We did the back exits. We did the backstage. Even at Hollywood Studios, Universal Studios, we had our own Plaid. We went behind the scenes. We didn't wait in lines. No one ever saw us. Okay. They were like, well, this is how the celebrities do it because they don't want to be seen. They just get on the ride.
Oh, nice.
So we were going back ways and exits. And I was like, what is this? We were going through tunnels. And so, like, we wanted to go to a ride. They would have our truck, black truck. They would have our SUV come and pick us up, and we'll go around. And they'll drop us off at any park and any ride. Just like, I don't want to ride. I don't want to walk to that ride.
Yes.
Ride is literally like 5. No,
right,
but
I'm not walking. There. Yeah.
So they'll take and pick us up. But it was nice. It was. I can say the experience is very expensive.
Okay. That's Miko already in your pocket when you go regular. So.
Yes. A lot of people do ask me. It just depends on what you're willing. I know we had to do a Plaid. We did a Plaid every day. And plus with me, I want the convenience.
Yeah.
I have, at that time, boys just turned 5. At the time, I had 5-year-old twin boys. Yeah. It's hot. I don't have time walking back and forth places. Yeah. I don't have time for waiting in fast pass lanes. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So get me in, get me out. And so we were able to experience Disney as a blessing. We were able to experience Disney for a hefty price.
Right.
But we rode almost every single ride. We got on rides we couldn't. Tron, I guess, was the big thing. We got to ride that twice.
Oh my gosh.
And it was really nice.
That is awesome.
But yeah. You know, they wrote the minivan and picked us up underneath the airport. It was nice, guys.
Yes.
But that's the thing. You work hard.
Yeah.
You play
harder.
Yeah, exactly. and it's about experiences. I mean, because would you ever had experienced it? I mean, to me personally, you're blessed to be a blessing. You're blessed to be others. You're blessed to have this life. Would you want to hinder yourself? We save money. We do what we need to do. We take care of families.
All the things.
Why should you deprive your kids an experience?
Why not?
An experience for the children.
Yes, for the kids.
It's for the kids.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It was nice. We do plan on going back.
Yeah.
I just gotta see if I can swing this around with Day.
Yeah.
Because we saw that Amex bill. It's another house.
What?
It's another house.
Wait, what? Yeah.
It was worth it.
For the kids.
It's for the kids. Girl, it was so funny. But it was an experience. Y'all going to Disney?
Girl, listen, we done had our Disney a lot with the girls. So now I'm like,
oh yeah, that was our first time with the boys.
No, we've been to Disney, I know 3 times.
Oh, see, no.
Yeah. And they quick to say, well, we don't remember. No, yes you do. Let me show you these pictures.
Now it's time to just I guess we'll take Disney International, I guess.
Girl,
You ever been?
No, I ain't never been there, but let me know. I might have to tag along on that one.
Because
that sound like a plan.
Yeah, I know. I have a cousin who is a Disney fanatic. She's like in her 30s, but she is fanatic
over Disney.
Yeah,
I would love to do like an international Disney.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
I know, it's for the kids.
For the kids.
They got some VIP services there.
I know you're gonna find out. I do know that. Yes. I know you find out.
Oh my gosh, yeah, girl. Well, yeah, that's that. That's what we do. So we're learning to do those. So take time for yourself. I'm learning to decompress, add on some new experiences.
Yeah.
I have the time to learn something, to pick up on new things, new talents, new whatever digs. And also just create memories with your family, man.
Yeah. You can't get
something you can save back, because when they get older.
Are they gonna want to hang with you? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So do it now. Yeah. Okay, so tell us how we can stay in touch with you, or how the people can stay in touch with you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my Instagram is at Mystique St. Hill all together. MYSTIQUE STHILL. Facebook is the same way. Okay. Of course, the real estate website and Instagram is my name is in collaboration with Mystique at Lux St. Hill Real Estate.
Yes. Here locally in Houston, check my girl out, please.
Yes, please. And if you need any houses sold or bought or new construction, I'm your girl.
Y'all heard her. That's your girl. Find her, look her up. We are definitely going to have these posted too on this episode with her, so you'll be able to find it. If you couldn't write it all down, it'll be there for you to follow her on all her socials. Yeah. And yeah. Well, I am so glad that you came on the show today.
I'm so excited to be here. Oh my gosh.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Lee. Like, I always love talking to you, for real.
Everybody.
And your fashion. Because, I mean, y'all do see her outfit, right? Yeah, period. Yes. All the time, guys.
You know, if you
not
see me.
Just today. Not just today. This is her all the time, okay? So, yes, girl, thank you so much for being on the
my
show.
love.
I love you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me out. Anytime you need me, I'm calling.
I was about to say, yeah, because you're going to have to come back.
I'm coming.
Okay, period.
I
love it. Right. Thank you guys for tuning in to Crown Conversations. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.